Hey, how's it going? This is Joe and Tell. Today I'm going to be taking a look at a few speakers from Edifier. These are some of the most popular speakers on Amazon and one of the most highly requested reviews that I've ever had. In this video, I'm going to just be comparing them. I'm going to have my speaker leaderboard and frequency response measurements on a separate video, so stay tuned for that. So these Edifiers, you guys have been asking me for a very long time to review them because they're very inexpensive and extremely popular on Amazon. I'm talking about the top of the top. And so I'm going to review some of their most popular ones. I've asked them which ones those are, and they've come up with these three. The R1280Ts, their S2000 Pros, and their 350DBs. So I've done an unboxing of these, so check out that video if you're interested in that. But first, this is the R1280T, and these sell for 99 bucks. And I can say I'm impressed with how they looked out of the box. I like the look of them, and yeah, they just look very clean. When I take off the grill here, you can see that it looks kind of like an old school speaker. So I like that. It looks like it has a paper cone, has rubber surround, has a soft dome tweeter with a guard in case you have kids that would like to poke at that, and a remote, right? Front port also is useful if you have to have these close to a wall. And overall, the fit and finish, 99 bucks. These are powered, so that means that you don't need an external amplifier. And overall, I've just been very impressed with how these operate. Now, the real question is, how do these sound? That's really what's important, right? And I can say I was very surprised with the output on these. They don't sound like $99 speakers. Do they sound like $500 speakers? No, probably not. But that's not what I would expect from a speaker like this. I would expect it to sound like a $99 speaker. I think it sounds, much better. It sounds like if you were to get this, you would be very satisfied. They're better than most computer speakers that I've heard around that price range. And so having been into this for a very long time, I was just very impressed with the sound on this. So on the side, it does have tone control, which is very, very useful. In my case, I'm using them here. We have kind of like a dedicated webcam set up for my kids so they can do their school thing. And they're near a wall. And so I have to turn down the bass here, and that makes it sound right. Now, if I were to pull it out into the room, they might not have enough bass. They're a small driver. So this can compensate for that, and I appreciate that. And everything can be controlled right here on the side. Very nice. Now, I'm not going to go through all of the specs. You can take a look on their website. But what I would like to say is that overall, I think that these are some great value speakers. I mean, I don't know how anybody could ever complain. I could take these to an audiophile show, play them, and if I were to tell anybody there that they're $99 for a pair and they're powered, I don't think anybody would complain. I mean, some might, but I wouldn't. There are two RCA inputs in the back, so you can connect it to two sources. And it also does come with a remote. It's this little tiny remote, and it's just for volume up and down and for mute. And mine didn't work, so it's okay. But overall, I think anybody who gets these is going to be impressed for the price, period. Forget for the price. You're going to be impressed with the sound. I like the way that they sound, and I'm glad to recommend these. Now, what you're giving up compared to some higher end speakers is modularity. You're not able to upgrade anything. I mean, they're not going to play very loud, right? So if you turn up that bass so it has that decent amount of bass, if you were to turn it up, well, it's going to start to distort at a certain point because the amplifier is not extremely powerful and the speakers can't really handle it. But at most volumes, reasonable volumes, I think you're going to be fine. All right, so right now we're taking a look at the S2000 Pro, and this has a larger 5¼ inch aluminum woofer as opposed to the 4-inch paper woofer on the R1280T. And this is using a different type of tweeter. This is a flat diaphragm tweeter, very different, and it's using some kind of waveguide here. And so I was very curious about how that was going to sound. And overall construction, this is metal, so this is very heavy. The side panel, same type of wood finish as on the less expensive model. I'm not sure how I feel about this front grille where you can see through. Personally, I would prefer to just have a plain looking grille. Maybe off, right? So I considered maybe if we take it off, but it does have pins. And so I think at $399, this should have a magnetic grill, maybe a different type of look, but I get it. If they want to go for that magneto look, that's fine. So this also does have a remote, so you'll be able to control that. You can see the IR there. And on the back, this does have tons of inputs. So this was surprising to me. It has balanced inputs, XLR, in case you want to connect this to an audio interface of some sort. So that's very cool. I wasn't expecting to see that. It has the volume and bass and treble controls we just talked about. Has auxiliary analog input, optical, coax, and it has a 5-pin speaker out that goes to the other speaker, and they include a very thick cable to go along with it. This is fully DSP, and so they have 4 EQ modes, which I'll take a look at and see what those do exactly, but it helps the speaker sound better because they're using active DSP for the crossover. Overall build quality, I'm impressed with the build quality on these. It has little rubber feet here that are very nice and a nice remote. And so functionality wise, it has Bluetooth, it has all these different inputs. And so functionality wise, it's hard to find something that can compete with these within this price range. Now, as far as sound quality, they hold their own in this price range as well. And so I can see why these are popular. They're hard to beat. If I were to try to find a better speaker, I might be able to find a separate system, a passive speaker, and an amplifier that might sound better, but it's not going to have all the features that this already has built in. So I totally understand why these are popular. Edifier is giving a ton of value at this price point. Are they the ultimate speaker? Well, you can't really expect that at $399. Are they a good deal for $399? I think so. I think that it'd be hard to beat this set of features. Now, one thing I would like to say is I think that dollar per dollar value, I think the R1280T still has the highest value. The amount that you get for every single dollar that you spend is amazing for 99 bucks. This is still a better speaker, but like I'm saying, more value in the R1280T. That's just how it goes. So next up is the S350DB, and what you'll find is that this is a satellite system, and you'll have a small woofer here, a 1-inch aluminum tweeter, and it has this kind of like foam on the outside here. Very interesting design, and it looks good. It has an 8-inch subwoofer that is separate, and overall, I think it's going to be a good solution for a desktop. Now, it still has the same functionality as I talked about in the S2000 Pro, minus the XLR balanced inputs. It also has its own remote, this circular remote here that I thought was a little bit fascinating. Overall, I would have to say that the sound of this is still impressive. Yes, these do come in at around the same price point as the S2000 Pro, but I think that these are made for different purposes. So these would be optimal at a desk where you don't have a ton of desk space. You might not want to put stands next to your desk. And so these are going to sound good. You can put them on the desk, put them on those foam blocks, and have the subwoofer tucked in somewhere else, and you're going to get an impressive experience. Overall, I would say that I think that they look great. Same quality build. I feel like the veneer on this is not as impressive as the other two we just looked at. And, you know, although it has a lot of features, it has a nice subwoofer, that 8-inch subwoofer, it looks like a decent subwoofer as well. When I was comparing the sound of the S2000 Pros versus these, the S2000 Pros just sounded better. Okay, they had more coherence. With these, I could tell that it was crossed over higher than 80 hertz, meaning that I could locate the sub, right? And so I would be able to tell where the sub was, as opposed to the S2000 Pros, the sub, the bass was coming from both speakers, and it sounded more cohesive. These sounded like small speakers and a subwoofer. This also applies DSP correction to make it sound as good as possible. And I think that did a good job. Just keep in mind that you are making a sacrifice if you want smaller speakers at your desk. And I think that that's what these were designed to be for. And are they better than some of the other solutions from Logitech? I would have to say from my experience, they are, but they are also more expensive. And so out of the three, I feel like these, although they give you a nice sub, it sounds like a great deal. You're getting 3 speakers, 8-inch subwoofer. I feel like cohesiveness wise, I would prefer to have the sound of the S2000 Pros just from a sound quality standpoint. Again, if you're not going to put S2000 Pros at your desk, these are still gonna be a good solution. The other thing about these is there's just a lot of things to connect. There's a serial cable that you have to connect to the subwoofer, and then another cable going from the subwoofer to the other speaker, cables going to power the subwoofer, and cables for inputs depending on the source that you're using to input audio. So a lot of cables that have to go between these, and so something to consider there. Oh yeah, the other thing is the remote on this one also didn't work. The only one that worked was the one on the S2000 Pro. Maybe the batteries are dead on them, I don't know, but out of the box they didn't work. So overall, I was the most impressed with the R1280Ts. Those are definitely the best sellers because of the price. And I was just amazed, like for 99 bucks, you can get this type of sound quality. I can see how people who aren't into audio would get something like that and say, you know what, I'm curious, wonder what those S2000 Pros sound like. What would it sound like if I got a separate system? So I think Edifier is doing a great job of bringing people into this hobby, and I think that's what's important. All of these Edifiers sounded good for music. I would be more than happy to watch a movie on any of these systems, and so I think they did a great job. Can I just add one more thing? Now that we're doing a lot of this conferencing, I'm noticing that it's more important that we're relying on our computers, and so invest in decent sound. If you're thinking about spending 99 bucks on getting better sound, just do it. Get these, just do it. You'll be happy. So great job, Edifier. Thank you for sending these out to me for review. I know some of you guys are gonna have some questions as to which is better, this versus that. Leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer those. So anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell to be notified when I upload new videos. So once again, I'd like to thank my Patreon supporters. You guys allow me to do what I love to do here on YouTube. If you're interested in becoming a patron, check it out at patreon.com/Joe and Sel. That's it. Take care. Bye-bye.